It's Tim Albright with AVNation previewing CEDIA Expo 2021 in fricking person in fricking Indianapolis, Indiana, the Indiana Convention Center, the 1st through the 3rd of September. We're going, I'm going, and this guy right here, Jimmy Paschke from SurgeX, is going as well. Welcome, sir.
Hey, man. And yes, I am so looking forward to it, Tim. Just to reconnect in person.
In person. So we've seen you obviously for a number of years. Haven't seen you in a minute in person. Actually, the last thing I think the last place we saw you was Amsterdam, ISE 2020.
Amazing trip, yeah.
Yeah, amazing trip. The last time, at least for a while, in Amsterdam for ISE. This time around, we're all going to be in Indy. You guys are at booth number 4149. You've actually had a lot of stuff you've released over the last year. One of the most exciting things is the squid. I'll let you talk about that. But we walk into 4149 at the Indiana Convention Center, Jimmy. What are we going to find?
Well, we're going to be all focused on power quality and not quantity. And actually, squid will be one of the things that will help us assess power quality. And we'll give demonstrations so the dealers can figure out for their businesses what squid can do for assessing that power quality. And then once you find out what you've got, what you're working with, we'll have solutions there to help solve problems. And most of which involve online double conversion battery backups. We intend to demonstrate, not just have static displays, but we will demonstrate the different UPS technologies, line interactive, double conversion online, UPSs that incorporate isolation transformers. And of course, as always, we'll be blowing stuff up because if we didn't do that, I think we'd have some pissed off customers.
Absolutely. Talk for a second about, because one of the things that SurgeX does, and yes, you guys blow things up and it's really cool and exciting. You guys talk about power in some way, in the ways that some people talk about 8K displays. And I think that's incredibly, it's interesting, right? You guys really kind of dig into power. Talk for a second, though, about the ways that you're able to take not only your excitement and your engagement in the power, but also your expertise, and you're able to help dealers who aren't electrical engineers, right? These folks aren't double E's. Yeah. They don't, they're not, union electricians here, but they do need to understand certain things. How do you take them through that journey and get them up to speed so they understand exactly, number one, the importance of clean power, but also how they can help their clients achieve that?
That's right. And it's clean power, it's stable power, it's non-interrupted power, interruptions like outages and under and over voltages, all those things. And we certainly could not just take for granted that because the lights were on while we're installing the rack, and maybe we took good measure to take the voltage reading out of the wall outlet, say 120. We don't want to take for granted that that's going to maintain after the rack lights up and we move out. We want to make sure that we assess power quality and not quantity. Squid is our answer. Squid and the Envision diagnostic tool, both of which will be utilized at CEDIA's booth 4149, where SurgeX will be. Both of those tools are meant to help the dealer who is not the expert. And then after we take readings and record data, we give the data over to someone at SurgeX, myself, my sales engineer, other engineers within our company, if we can't figure it out, Vince and I, and we help the dealer solve the actual problem. If there is a problem, sometimes there isn't one. So it's a pretty cool and unique approach to power. It is not selling because someone has money. It's not selling because we have expensive gear to sell to someone who has money. It's using science and math and data to help drive business and help business in general.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things we mentioned blowing up, when we say blowing things up, give folks kind of a short 30-second, 50,000-foot view. What is it that we're blowing up and why?
And it's we have blown product up over the years, but we get a kick out of showing dealers that what hurts business is using sacrificial surge product that not only sacrifices, but also every time it sees surge energy, it shunts that energy to ground. And that's a lot of what might contribute to why dealers end up rebooting device after device, time after time. So if we can nip that in the bud, we can stop reacting as much to homeowners calling up saying, I've got that issue again. Can you do that funny thing where you go into the cloud and you reboot my device and get it back up and running?
Yeah, absolutely. Jimmy, again, 4149-4149 is the booth number. September 1st through the 3rd, we get to see you in person. If somebody is not going to CEDIA, but they want to follow along with everything that SurgeX will be talking about that week, how do they do that?
Get all over social media. Just look at SurgeX AV. Go to esp.surgex.com, and you will get information about us there as well.
All right, very good. Jamie Paschke from SurgeX. We'll see him September 1st through the 3rd. Thank you so much, sir. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. And follow along as we also head to Indianapolis. Myself, Richie Fregosa. There's a 50-50 shot on Matt Scott. We're not going to talk about that because it involves politics, and I'm not doing that. He's in Canada currently. We're trying. All right? I'm just saying we're trying. Me and Justin Trudeau have a call tomorrow afternoon. Just saying. But we'll at least see me and Uncle Richie there hanging out with Jimmy and all the other folks at CEDIA Expo 2021, 1st through the 3rd of September. You find out all that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.